Alright everybody, hello and welcome as always. I am Sean, this is In The Mixer, episode 58 of our Isle of Man save. Welcome to Wednesday if you're watching these live as they're getting uploaded. If not, if you're watching this in a playlist, I hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you happen to be. For me, not doing so crash hot at the moment. We are not in pretty good form at the moment. We might as well jump in straight away and go through it. I'll show you guys the results from off screen. So currently sitting at the moment 15th in the division, 43 points. So we're not like miles away from jumping back up towards like 12th, 11th, even maybe 10th spot because Wimbledon, the wheels have come off for them as well. But if we look at our schedule and how we've gone over the last kind of 8 games or so, it's not been great. Of course, in that last episode, a game against Plymouth that we drew 1-1, a game against Southend that we drew 2-2, both teams that had beaten us earlier in the season. So I guess if you want to focus on the positive, we've gotten a little bit better that we are matching it with those teams. Then we followed up with a 0-0 draw against Hull, a 1-0 defeat to top of the table Millwall due to an early Piero Arujo goal, which to be fair was an absolute screamer from about 40 yards. Then a 0-0 draw against Walsall and a 1-1 draw against Sunderland by way of an own goal, which was quite frustrating. But when you add kind of all of those results up, all the way back to our last victory, a 2-1 win against Rotherham, we're now winless in our last 8 games, which isn't great. During that time, a lot of the other teams around us in the league have actually been picking up points as well. So it means that we've kind of dropped from being 11th, 12th, where we were sitting nicely at the start of that point, now down to 15th. We're not quite down towards relegation battle or anything like that. I think we are safe for the season, but the gap is now only 10 points between us and Notts County, who are in 20th. Funnily enough, that's one of the teams that we're going to play today in the first game, and then we're going to play Peterborough. Again, a little bit of a revenge mission. They're currently sitting top of the division. They beat us 5-0 last time, and I kind of want to see how we've improved throughout the second half of the season, and if we're a little bit closer to those teams up towards the top of the division. But desperately, what we need to try and do is get a win, break this bad run of results. If we don't get victories in this episode, we're going to go 10 games without a win, which is pretty horrific form to be taking into the end of the season. And we are, of course, into the last 10 games of the year as well. So you guys are going to see our run home tomorrow. We'll come back and do the game against Forest Green and Rochdale, and then to finish off the week, we'll do our games against QPR and Mansfield. Now, the other thing that we did earlier on this week was go through and put together a short list of players that we're potentially going to have a look at in the free transfer market at the end of the season. All players that currently have a contract expire at the end of this year that are coming through academy structures in the higher divisions of the league itself, and there's quite a few that we're going to have a look at. So I've kept everyone that was 4.5 or 5 stars for the time being. We're continuing to scout them. We're continuing to keep an eye on them. A few of these guys that are kind of 2-star may potentially actually be 2.5, 3-star. So we're just going to keep an eye on it. We're going to put together a list of everyone that we want to go through at the end of the season. You can already see there's a couple of different areas where we potentially don't have as many players as we'd like from a high potential aspect. But someone like Sam Harmon from Tottenham, the goalkeeper coming through, potentially 2.5-star current ability. He's not as good as Kieran Johnson, but maybe he can come in and do a job for us and actually get to be a 4-star level goalkeeper. So that's kind of how we're working it at the moment. Unfortunately for us, or fortunately for us, depending on how you want to look at it, our 3 best performers at the moment, our 3 highest ability players, are the 3 loan signings that we've brought in, Johnson, Wademan and Taylor. And with them all going out, we do need to try and focus on getting some actual current ability in there as well. So a few guys that we're going to keep an eye on here. We're going to continue to scout them and continue to get analyst reports throughout the rest of this year, and then hopefully they don't sign new contracts. They're available to sign on free transfers, and we can pick them up for relatively cheap or no money at the end of the season. That's the plan anyway. That's how we want to build for our second season in League One, given that we are pretty sure we're going to be in League One again next year. But as we always do, we'll kind of keep an eye on this. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure a few of these guys, a few of the higher value guys that you can see, will sign new contracts with their club. We're also probably going to expand this a little bit, and I might even do it for championship sides as well that are releasing talent that might have a couple of little hidden gems in there that they're not able to re-sign to new contracts. But more than enough talking from me. Let's turn around this dip in results. Let's get into this game against Notts County, and let's get 3 points. This is the lineup that we're going for. Johnson, of course, in goal. Taylor and Coates will come in as the right-sided centre-back. At the moment, McCluskey's got a little bit of a knock. I've tried to keep that group together as much as possible. The likelihood is that Taylor will pick up this yellow card in this game, so if Coates gets match fitness, he can play on the left-hand side next time. McCluskey comes back in, and we should all be ready to go for the game against Peterborough. If he can control himself, that'd be much more preferred, but I just know what he's like. Preston Kelly at left full-back, Wright at right full-back, Dean and Taylor as the wings. Wademan, we're going to play him as the Messiah in this one. He's our leading assist creator for the season, so we're going to play him a little bit further advanced, and Robertson will play as a deep line playmaker on Anchorman. I'm also tinkering with the idea of potentially making this an advanced playmaker, having a deep line playmaker and advanced playmaker next to each other, but I haven't quite decided what I'm doing. Potentially, what I'm also thinking, and this is just high-level stuff for next season, is, depending on who's on the market, we might make this player a bit more deeper line, maybe a deep line playmaker on support, and make these two wingers inverted wingers so that we're utilising this space in behind a little bit more. I'm just thinking through stuff. I'm not making any commitments. This is just where my head's at this time of year. Knowles will play at the 10. Record will play leading the line up top. Our leading scorer, highest average rating for the season. He's been magnificent. Thank God we've got him on a long-term deal. For them, they've got a couple of real-life players still in there. Jake Eastwood, one that they picked up from Sheffield United, which has been a fantastic academy that we've utilised quite a bit through the last few seasons. Looks to be a very good goalkeeper. 16 aerial reach, jumping out at me there immediately. Volks in midfield, an ex-Cardiff player that's come through. He's their captain. Looks to be quite good. 16 long throws, the only one in green. 17 leadership. Makes sense that he's got the armband for the day. And then up top, they've got Mohammed is their current highest average rated player. Looks to be decent, nothing spectacular. Ghanaian forward, 15 dribbling, 15 agility, 15 pace. He's got a little bit off the shoulder if he gets in behind. But the other one I want to look at is Will Miller, who's quite a good player. Comes through Burton. His stats aren't anything spectacular, but I've seen him quite a few different times and a few different saves over the last few years. Absolutely smash goals in for different teams. 18 determination, he's quite good. Definitely a player to look at if you want to try and pick up like a good number 10 for your side through these divisions. We'll do one more. Filip Stuparovic looks to be a fairly solid striker. They're playing 3 up top, so I think they're definitely set up to counter-attack. Because of that, we've just stuck on our positive mentality. If things aren't going quite well, we can go to attacking in the second half and see how we go. Historically, we've done better against the top teams in the divisions, and we've really struggled against the teams that are down in the bottom 4. Hopefully we can turn that around today. I'm just going to assertively say Notts County have lost 3 of their last 5 games, and I expect us to pile in the misery today. Not the nicest team talk in the world, but hopefully we can turn the screws a little bit and boost our goal difference. We are still in a negative goal difference for the season. I don't think we're going to get the 7 or 8 goals that we need in this match, but if we get a couple, it might set us on our way for the last little run home. Ball across here from the corner wasn't worked really well. Shergill's bursting forward for Notts County. Robertson recovers the ball in a good position and sends Knowles into the channel. Can he square it up, or is he going to go to the strike himself? Of course, as soon as a player gets into a wide area, I should just assume that they're going to go for the strike themselves. Got a corner to be taken now. Taylor to take. Good one in. Knowles gets it away. Now with Taylor. Stuparovic with a good tackle. And he wins it back again. And that brings the highlight to an end. So early doors, we have had 2 highlights and 2 shots on target, which is good. Deep free kick here. It's going to start with Taylor. Forward to Preston Kelly. Could have worked it to Sam Taylor on the left wing there. Instead, he goes back and gives it away. Mohammed with a good interception. And if he had squared that up, they'd be a goal ahead. Instead, he goes the strike from wide areas. I can't complain about when our players do it because the opposition really does it as well. It's just a fault of the match engine at the moment. Coates, Wademan, finds Robertson. Can we get the ball back in? Looks towards Knowles. Back to Robertson. Wademan, reverse pass towards Knowles. And he gets the strike away. Good save from Eastwood. Didn't have much venom on it. It looked like the keeper maybe potentially panicked there. But good little work to get the strike in. Sam Taylor with the ball across. Knowles was in the area, but it's cleared away. Slater coming forward now for Notts County down the right-hand side. Wademan with a lovely track and wins the ball back. About 10 minutes to go in the half. We're going to use our demand more shout just to give everyone some focus through to half-time. We've got a highlight here. Right to take. Robertson loses out to Vorts, and then Stuparovic has got time and space in front of him. Someone's got to go to the ball, boys. Thankfully, he's in a wide area, so of course he shoots into the side netting rather than trying to square the ball up. Ball forward here, right, puts it back into Wademan. Now Robertson out left towards Preston Kelly. Ball into Taylor, tries the first time cross. It's closed down by the defence. Wademan resets. Got a 2v1 here. Sam Taylor now goal side. Don't strike. He does strike. Thankfully, the keeper makes the save and then pushes it directly into the path of Dwayne Record, which I think is a combination that I've seen about 15 times. What I would prefer to see, Sports Interactive, if you're listening, is Sam Taylor maybe square a ball along the 6-yard box and pass it to the open striker that's standing right there. Look at how easy that cutback would be. And what actual real life play that would look like instead of striking from a wide area. Just absolutely ridiculous. But I shouldn't complain, we're 1-0 up, and that's desperately what we should focus on for the second half. Half-time call, 9 shots, 7 on target, 61% of the ball. We're well and truly on top. They've had 7, 2, and 39. They have had a couple of highlights where if they've effectively picked the ball up and punted it forward. I'm going to say I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Just trying to keep morale as high as possible. And we'll see what changes they may potentially make to their structure. Keep an eye on their formation and roles here to see if they try anything different in the second half. Preston Kelly with a deep free kick. Looks to send it over the top, which wasn't really on. Slater across to Vaux, and they switched it out to the left-hand side to the overlapping fullback Shergill. Deep ball towards Mohammed, and they've pulled the goal back here. Aminu Mohammed, we spoke about him in the build-up as being potentially a good player off the shoulder. To be fair, it was a well-worked goal. As soon as they picked it up at right fullback, they knew they were working it out towards the left. And then as our defence has kind of crumpled in, which is what they should do, get a bit narrow, they hang a ball back post, and Preston Kelly, not equal to it, Mohammed rises above him and heads it back across the goalkeeper. Right, now we're going to have a look at our subs. We've got Clive Williams on the bench who'll come on for Ricky Dean. Sam Taylor hasn't played well, but I'm going to have faith in him. Robertson can come off for Munoz, and I don't think Wademan's done a tremendous amount either, so we might switch him up and put Munoz as the box-to-box. Knowles hasn't had a great game. We'll get Birch out there, and we might as well go to our attacking structure. We've got 30 minutes remaining. We need to try and find a goal to break this run of draws that we've been in. So let's use our Get Creative shout an hour gone as well. Good old faithful. Everyone seems inspired by it, but can that lead to an actual possession where we score a goal? They've got a free kick here. Carvalho to take from a wide right area. It's a good ball, good bend on it, and thankfully Shergill's header just over the crossbar. Johnson was in good spot though. I think even if it had been on target, he could have kept it out. Record with strike from distance. Eastwood with a good save. Would have been interesting to see had he not got there. If it had been on target, it looked like it was just curling away. Taylor's going to take the resulting corner. Fish with the ball. Wait a minute at the top of the box. Out wide right now to Taylor. He's going to get it back on his left foot. Instead he strikes, of course, from a wide area. Good save from Eastwood, forces another corner here. Taylor's going to take again. Are we going to work the short routine? Instead he goes back stick again. It's deja vu here. Wademan getting the ball. Loses out that time, but Taylor recovers and the highlight comes to an end. All right, 10 minutes to go. We're going to use our demand more shout. We're going to get everyone focused through to full time. Got a corner here again. Sam Taylor to take. Records in the air. He gets the header back across, and Eastwood just watches that one sail over the crossbar. We need a goal, boys. We can't draw 1-1 with the team in 20th. 3 minutes to be added on here, lads. Push on a little bit further. We're on attacking. I don't know what more I can do. And the referee's called full time. Our streak of without a win now stretches to 9 games. 16 shots, 11 on target, 57% possession, 13-6 and 43% for Notts County. Let's just say, what should I say? Unlucky, boys. It wasn't our day. No one seems to care. And that draw, well, it is an additional point, and we are 4 points clear of 16th spot. It does leave us in 15th, and we do still have that -8 goal difference. That would have been a fantastic opportunity to try and get further away from the relegation spots. It does see Notts County jump out of those positions for, I think, the first time in a little while. And they've got 2 games in hand on us, so they could effectively only be 4 points behind us by the time they play those catch-up matches, which isn't ideal. That's not exactly where we want to be kind of heading into the last little end of the season. Scoring his last match Australian record is 1 goal away from 20 league goals. He deserves it. He can get whatever bonus he needs. And we're still chasing our first win in 8 games. I'm pretty sure it's 9 games. Yeah, it's 9, but they're potentially not including that leasing.com trophy result. So that's fine. Let's take the reprieve while we can get it. All right, so just as something different, we're now going to play the best team in the division away from home to try and end our run of no wins in that time. Magic of editing. Let's jump forward to that game now. Alright, so something a little bit different. Instead of jumping straight back into the game, I've jumped into kind of like the preview and everything, because you guys rarely see that stuff, so I might as well include it in this episode. So you can see here, first in the division versus 15th in the division. As far as our team selection is concerned, I've only made 1 change. We're going to keep our same structures as far as like team results, team concerns, whatever else. But I've changed everybody's individual roles just to the role that they're most comfortable in. You've got to freshen stuff up. You've got to try new things. I don't necessarily think we have the players to play like with wingers further forward or a number 10 or a deep line playmaker or anything like that. So instead, I'm just going to try and put the same team out there that's been playing, but I'm going to play them all in their preferred roles to see if that gives everyone a little bit of a boost, a little bit of balance. The only one you can see here is Daniel Knowles. He doesn't have a preferred role, so we're just going to use him as a false 9 just to change it up, do something a little bit different. And we'll see how that goes. If we make subs, we might also transition them to just play in their preferred role and position. So it might look a little bit wonky, it might look a little bit uneven, but it's just freshening stuff up, trying some new ideas without doing a complete tactical, positional, shape, formation overhaul. Fingers and toes crossed. This works and we get some sort of positive performance out of it. Even if we don't get a win, I'd at least like to see some sort of decent performance out of the lads to try and look like we're heading in the right direction. The next game we've got, MK Dons, who are 2nd in the division, so we do need to try and get some sort of spike in performance, turn our form around just a little bit, and this is how I think I'm going to try and do it. Assertively, we're going to say we've got nothing to lose here, and a few have responded positively to that. For Peterborough, it's a massive game. They could drop out of top spot. Still in the automatic promotion places, but you can see how tight it is. 62 points, 60 points, 61 points, 3 teams on 60 points, 1 team on 59. It's ebbing and flowing quite a bit as the season runs to a conclusion. Record with a free kick from the edge of the area. He had to get that on a target, and unfortunately just passed the near post. 10 minutes remaining. We're going to use our Get Creative shout just to mix it up. Everyone seems inspired, which is good. We've got an immediate highlight here where we're starting with the ball, which is always a benefit. Preston Kelly looks for a long one forward. There was no one really there. They've recovered possession. Gallardo on the left wing. I didn't really preview their team at all. There's some great players in it. Wilson with the ball on the left-hand side. Squares it to Nicholson, and they've managed to find a finish. Martin Nicholson, 10th goal of the season for him. An assist by Tyree Wilson, which looked fairly solid. Why can't our wingers do that? Why do our wingers get to the byline and try and shoot? He's actually done exactly what you'd expect a winger to do. Gets to the byline and then whacks it back in towards the 6-yard box. It's a good finish, and to be fair, Johnson actually did get something on it, but too much power on the shot. From about a yard away, all he could do is push that one into the side netting. 2 minutes to be added on here in the first half, and we're through that now. The referee's called halftime. They've had 6 shots, 2 on target, 46% possession. We've had 2 shots, none on target yet, and 54%. Let's go aggressive, show me something else in the second half, and let's go to the tactics here. Let's go attacking. So again, just on attacking, all of the same roles and positions are exactly what the players want to be playing. Let's see if we get a few more positive performances out of a few of these guys on the way through. There's an immediate highlight here from kickoff. They've sent Wilson into the corner, but Ricky Dean tracks him quite well. Preston Kelly with possession now, forward towards Record. Loses out on the header, but Wademan recovers. Ball over the top. Record is now in behind. Can he find the finish? And it's a good recovery run from the defender there to clear, or not clear, sorry, but get his body in front of the shot and put it out for the corner. Taylor to take now towards back post. It's pinballing around, and Taylor's managed to put the ball home. One Taylor taking the corner, the other Taylor finding the finish. We'll check this one out. It's just a scrappy goal from the corner. You can see it comes in here via Sam Taylor. Pinballs around, it hits the deck. I think Gallardo loses out in possession to Taylor, and then he just pretty much just kicks it in any direction towards the goal. And thankfully, it works its way in at far post. It's still a draw, so it doesn't break our run of drawn results, or, run without a win is what I should say. But it does at least bring us back on level terms with one of the better teams in the division. We've got 3 guys on yellow cards, and I think that's what we're going to focus on for our subs here and our go on. So McCluskey will come off, Coates will come on. Robertson is going to come off for Munoz, and what are we going to do here? What can Munoz to play? He can play Mazzai on support. So we're going super attacking in the centre of the park. I'll hold on to that last sub for the last few minutes, and we'll see how we go. Let's also use our get creative shout. Why not just pump balls into the corner? Try and put a bit of pressure on their defensive line. We're coming back into it a little bit statistically speaking, but we're into the last 10 minutes now. Let's use our demand more shout. Immediately we get a highlight here. Right to Munoz, across to Wademan. Work it out to the left, boys. Find Sam Taylor now. Skips past one challenge. Gets towards the byline. Square it up, please. Record's right there. Instead he goes to strike himself. What is wrong with Sam Taylor? He must have some sort of personal trait about shooting instead of scoring, because he's doing my absolute head in. All he had to do was square that one back to the 6-yard box. Record was right there for the tap in. Right with the throw in here. Knowles to take. Right. Picks up the ball again. Good press from Peterborough, to be fair to them. They're set up quite well behind the ball. Knowles in possession. Finds right. Reverse pass to Munoz. We had a free player in Ricky Dean there. Instead, we send it out left now to Taylor, who's probably going to shoot from a wide area. He does, and that time he finally fucking scores one. So that was the 1 in 100. I've watched the other 100, and it's a wonderful strike. It puts us ahead against Peterborough in the 89th minute. We might be about to break our duck here and actually get a decent win against one of the better sides in the league. It's a good strike. Again, it's not a high percentage strike, and that's my biggest frustration. I feel like Sports Interactive heard me earlier, and instead of actually rectifying the issue, they've just made that happen. So now I look like a madman. 4 minutes of additional time. We're through that now. Deep free kick. It's a good header and just past the far post. I think we're going to hold on here. I think we're actually going to steal 3 points, and we have indeed. Sam Taylor's goal in the 89th minute eventually gets us the win. 11 shots, 3 on target, 48% possession, 10-3 and 52% for us. Much better on that attacking structure in the second half. Let's go and say passionately, you've done brilliantly to come back and win that. I'm proud of you all, and they have. They did quite well. And we finally, for the first time in 10 games, get a victory. And it immediately shoots us up to 13th spot, 47 points, -6 goal difference. If we get another victory in the next game and our results go our way, we could jump as high as 10th position, which is the bar that we set ourselves for the rest of this year. That does see Peterborough drop down to 6th spot. That's how tight it is at the top of the division at the moment. And those top 6 sides are all within a shout of winning the league as we get towards the end of the year. MK Dons move up into top spot, and sure enough, we've got them in our next game, which is going to be a massive one as well. Solbakken has a birthday to forget, so their manager, it was his birthday. Sam Taylor gets the Man of the Match award. Let's do the press conference. Teams like goals are entirely undeserved. I thought we were a bit fortunate. I can certainly see why he was frustrated. He consistently defied expectations. We can stay up. That's definitely going to happen. What a comeback, and fantastic work from the dressing room. We must be delighted at finally having ended an extended run. Yeah, certainly weight off our shoulders and a wonderful comeback win. Sam Taylor was magnificent, and maybe we can try and keep him around. I don't think we can, but we'll just tell the media that we're going to try anyway. Taylor inspires win. Let's praise his performance. He was superb in the number and quality of chances, but please stop shooting from wide areas. It's driving me absolutely mental. Looking at the schedule, I didn't mention it at the start of the episode, but we're going to come back to that game against Forest Green, who actually beat us the first time round, and Rochdale. How did we do against Rochdale first time? We beat them 1-0. It actually wasn't that long ago, so we'll go through those games. It's kind of position ourselves for our last 4 matches of the season. Hopefully, if we get good results against MK Dons and Burton, we'll be in a good position and we can continue to work our way towards a positive finish to the season and finishing as high as humanly possible. If we can get our goal difference, we're currently at -8. If in the remaining 8 games we can get it back up towards 0, I would be absolutely thrilled. And then for Friday, we'll come back, we'll finish off the season. But I think this little tactical tweak that we've made is a step in the right direction. We might as well go attacking last few games of the season. We'll keep everyone out there in their preferred roles, and we'll just roll the dice and see what happens. That's football sometimes. You just give it a go. As always, guys, thank you for the continued support on the channel. We're getting some new faces in the comment section down below, which I appreciate a tremendous amount. We're getting consistently 10 views on every episode, which is mind-boggling for me that people actually want to watch this every day. So thank you very much for the continued support. If you do want to go that extra mile, be that elite tier of supporter for the channel, you can subscribe to be kept up to date on all future videos, or you can drop a like on this video to please that YouTube algorithm. Get us a little bit higher in people's search results when they're looking for lower league FM content, when they're looking for Isle of Man content, all that sort of great stuff as well. Check out the links just over there on the side. You can reach out to us on Twitter if you ever need anything. It is where we do most of our interactions with the community, and also our regular Sunday night stream. Sunday night if you're in Australia, Sunday morning if you're in the UK, super early Sunday morning if you're in North America. But like I said at the start, thank you so much for watching. I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the mixer.